Hi everybody, this is Mr. Leroy and we're out at Camp Wakashima for our final Friday of week 2. And we came out to Camp Wakashima because they are going to be nice enough to let us film our entire week 3 of Nature Week for Summer Rec. So Camp Wakashima is nice enough to let us be out here today. Looking forward to week 3. And right now we are down at the waterfront. The beautiful Corey Lake in behind us right now. So right now we are at the waterfront where everyone does their swimming and diving, and the boats go out behind us, and all the sailboats and the kayaks and the war canoes. So thank you very much to Camp Wakashima. So right now we are getting ready to read There Might Be Lobsters by Carolyn Crimi. "Come on, Suki, you can do it," said Eleanor. She stood at the bottom of the stairs to the beach and waved to Suki. But Suki was just a small dog, and the stairs were big and sandy, and she hadn't had lunch yet, and her foot hurt a little, and she might get a shell stuck up her nose, and she might tumble down her head. And then she'd need stitches, and besides, there might be lobsters. So Suki sat at the top of the stairs with Chunkamunka by her side. "Oh, all right," said Eleanor. She picked them both up with a tisk, and then huffed and carried them both down the stairs. "Come on, Suki, you can do it," said Eleanor. She tossed a beach ball Suki's way. But Suki was just a small dog, and the beach ball was big and beachy, and it might hit her nose, and then it would pop, and it might be too loud, or it might knock her down, and she might never get up again, and she might have to live on the beach forever and eat seaweed to survive, and besides, beach balls attract lobsters. So Suki sat far away from the beach with Chunkamunka by her side. "Oh, Suki," said Eleanor, swooped that pup up with a tisk and huff, and cradled her in her arms. "Come on, Suki, you can do it." Eleanor stood at the water's edge and splashed a little splash at Suki. But Suki was just a small dog, and those waves were big, and they were whooshy, and they were salty, and they were too wet, and they might toss her out into the middle of the sea, and she might float all the way to Tasmania or even Florida, and she might be swallowed by a whale, and she wasn't wearing a bathing suit, and besides, there might be lobsters. So Suki sat at the edge of the water with Chunkamunka by her side. "Oh, Suki," said Eleanor. She shook her head and dove into the waves. Suki sat and watched beach balls bouncing and big boys running and umbrellas flapping and lifeguards blowing loud whistles and waves splish-splashing with Chunkamunka. Floating out to sea, Suki barked for Chunkamunka to come back. Chunkamunka started to sink. Suki started to paddle. She paddled past a big beach ball and through a huge salty wave and over something that might even be a lobster. Until she had Chunkamunka. He was safe. Suki had saved him. She felt braver than the bravest dog, because even though she was very small, Chunkamunka was smaller. "Oh, Suki, I knew you could do it," said Eleanor. She picked them both up with a yay and a hooray, and swung them very gently through the air. Suki sat in the sandy sand, with the wavy waves, and watched for lobsters with Chunkamunka by her side. And they didn't see one lobster all day. Thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing you next Monday back here at Camp Wakashima and showing you all around the camp and everything that Camp Wakashima has to offer, and maybe showing you guys a little bit and teaching you about nature. Have a great weekend.